Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion Plays the Binding of Isaac. We are going to random, and I can't stress this enough how happy I am that that is the third random in a row. I think it's the third random in a row where we've gotten Isaac, and both of the previous two were pretty solid victories. Victories that I worked hard for, got very lucky for, admittedly, but victories where kind of tactics won out over my own ineptitude, which is nice. It's nice when kind of your intellectual play, and I'm not saying that I'm a genius by any stretch of the imagination, especially when it comes to the Binding of Isaac, but in life in general as well. But when your intellect wins out over, you know, your execution, it feels good. It feels like, you know, you shouldn't have won necessarily, but you did. And that's two heady victories in a row. Hopefully, falling into a third one here. But we'll see if we get the kind of items we need to kind of repeat our previous success. So, first floor with the D6 is always kind of a weird one. There's a chance that we could pick up some amazing stuff. But depending on the order at which you go to these rooms, or the order at which you discover these rooms, you know, kind of that was really bad. Kind of hamstrings you a little bit, right? Because we're probably likely to only have one reroll potential. On the bright side, I will definitely go to the curse room here, but I could reroll whatever's in the item room, or I could reroll whatever's in the shop. Whatever's in the boss room. Probably will not be able to reroll both. I guess on the bright side, I'm not going to have to reroll whatever's in that curse room, because it was a troll bomb, which is already really bad. So, wow, this makes our decision actually 100 times easier. Getting Odd Mushroom, which increases our fire rate so drastically, it's a no-brainer item to pick up. I can't imagine glossing over that to pick up something else, unless I had something, I don't know, even like a mom's knife that wouldn't really scale well with it. So now we will have one reroll available, in all likelihood, for this boss room, and I'll be hoping to snag some HP so I can pick up deals with the devil later. That's the other thing I want to mention. On neither of the past two runs were deals with the devil a significant factor. Well, I mean, I picked up the Pact on one of them, which did give me increased odds of permanent Polaroid invincibility, I suppose. I guess that Guppy's Paw made a big difference in that first run as well. So it turns out I just don't know what I'm talking about. But not in the same sense of like picking up a brimstone or a mom's knife or something like that. So I'm happy about that. You know, it means that, you know, the runs were a little bit more varied than your standard, you know, deal with the devil, mom's knife pickup run. Mind you, we did get Quad Shot Polyphemus Odd Mushroom on one of those. But anyway, we're going to take down both of these Larry Juniors here. We're probably not going to get a deal with the devil considering it's the first floor. And by probably, I mean definitely, unless I missed some kind of crazy Binding of Isaac update. We'll just snag our kind of attribute upgrade, hopefully, and then move onwards. But it all depends. We might end up with Cat of Nine Tails or a Mom's Purse. Nah, it's just an HP upgrade. Beautiful. I'm not going to reroll that. And in case you're wondering, I am planning on saving this High Priestess card as long as it's humanly possible, or until I need to use it to get through a room quickly without taking any damage, which, you know, it probably applies to boss rooms a little bit later. But, you know, picking up Odd Mushroom, it might not seem like it's a huge boost, at least initially, but if you play the game enough, you will probably pretty quickly come to learn that this is an incredible item. So, I'm going to save this bomb as well, for the potential of getting some tinted rocks, or you never know, picking up some consumables. That chest is a little bit unreliable, so I don't necessarily want to go to it right away. I will say, very good first floor, and we approach the second floor having, you know, enjoyed being Isaac, but not using the D6 at all yet. So we'll be looking for our item room, or I guess the item room or the boss room as soon as possible, so that we can get as many rerolls in as we possibly can. And so far, a very leisurely, comfortable run. And I hope that things continue in that way. But sometimes, you know, you gotta make rough decisions with the D6, and one of those could show up immediately. First things first, I will probably go through that room, if only to give myself another opportunity to get a reroll. This is an interesting one. It's a very interesting one, in fact. I'm gonna take it. I don't really like Spectral Tears because they make it so much harder to shoot poop and shoot fire. But I'm not gonna I'm gonna do it because I think it's in my best interest to have it just to make fighting, you know, enemies a lot easier on rooms like this one, for example. So the positives outweigh the negatives. Now, of course, the main negative, the main reason I was considering re-rolling it is because it could give us something even better. But then you have to weigh that against the other side, which is, you know, the fact, of course, that it's a small floor, so I probably won't have many opportunities to re-roll. In any case, we know where the boss room has to be. It has to be up in the top left or the left middle. So we're probably, in all likelihood, only going to get one reroll for this one because I didn't find the boss room straight away. This means whatever we get from the boss room or deal with the devil, we're likely going to end up having to stick with. Let's just go for it. Yeah, there's definitely not going to be enough room. Awesome. We are going to pick up one cube of meat, which is a nice orbital that potentially builds into some additional nice items a little bit later. But mostly, you know, it's not a game-changing item to a huge extent, at least to start with. But I'm very excited about the possibility of potentially getting a deal with the devil on this floor that could vastly change things. And you know what? Fuck me for saying it, but I really think we are kind of due for a mom's knife. It's been forever since it's even showed up in the deal with the devil room. I don't know what's up with that, if there's been some kind of hot fix or a patch for Isaac that has made it so mom's knife has a substantially less chance of spawning. Who knows, man? This does ruin our reroll chances for the boss room, obviously. And we're going to reroll the shit out of this. I don't like either of those enough to get rid of the D6. We are going to go to our curse room, which is also adjacent to the secret room. I don't know how to handle this one. This is a weird one. We are definitely, at this point, that Spirit Heart basically just allowed us to go in there for free. At this point, we're definitely going to be able to go to the shop. So we should do that. There's more health that I can pick up, of course, but, you know, I might even go to the mob trap room, because I feel like we're substantially stronger than the enemies that we would be fighting on there, but let's go to the shop first and see if there's anything of value. Compass or map would be huge pickups. And so far, so good on resources. I'm very pleased with that. Compass, beautiful. Will not pick up the pill. Not really interested in picking up anything else here, to be quite honest with you, but the compass itself is so intensely valuable that I'm very pleased to have it. And we still have this High Priestess card, which is essentially a free boss fight in the mid-game. Oh, we have to get our extra health first. Or some free damage against a harder boss in the middle to end game. Anyway, let's pick up our extra health first, and then we will go to the mob trap room where hopefully, I guess I'm hoping for bombs and keys. That's the main thing. Tarot cards are not that useful because I want to carry the High Priestess card with me. The one exception might be Justice. I guess I would also love Balls of Steel. Anyway, or a pill that gives us an attribute upgrade. There's all sorts of possible theory-crafted options here, but let's go to our mob trap room, finish it off quickly, and then start our new life on the caves or the catacombs. With some very nice upgrades so far, I must admit. Bombs and money. Not the end of the world. I hate that this does cause double enemies to spawn every single time on the first series of floors. Or the first mob trap room always does it. First mob trap room on the first section of the game, I should say. But it does mean we only have one more wave to go through. And really, in all honesty, our DPS is through the roof right now. It's the equivalent of having like 4 damage upgrades this early on. So I'm very pleased with where we're at. We also got a key for our troubles. Let us move onward. So we're not in a game-winning position yet, but obviously, the more tiers and damage upgrades we get, the better. If we get an amazing deal with the devil opportunity, that synergizes super well as well, and we'll just use our D6 to maximum effect. We haven't actually used it effectively yet to pick up anything. We used it to reroll our deal with the devil items because I didn't like them, but whatever. We also have the compass. The compass is a beautiful item for us. And let the rerolls begin here as we find our item room right off the bat. This is did I miss a consumable there? No, this is Catacombs Part 1. It's the Miter. Definitely never going to reroll the Miter unless I was in a situation where it just wouldn't do me any good. I can't even imagine a situation like that, in all honesty. This is why I hate Spectral Tears from time to time. It's going to take us a little bit longer to shoot this fire, but I got to do it just in case we end up coming across something beautiful in the shop, and this could give us some money necessary to make it a little bit more effective. But, as of right now, what am I looking for in the shop at this point? Map. That's basically it, in all honesty. There's other items I might consider taking, the blue candle or something like that. But the map plus compass is such an obvious synergy that I would be, well, you know, woe be it for me to criticize it or look for something beyond it. So, as of right now, it's looking like we'll probably go to our boss room straight away. There is a curse room here as well, but, you know, we'll wait until there's some actual health available. And I'm assuming that this boss room is going to be pretty easy because of where we're at in the game, and there's so many opportunities for me to build up more reroll goodness here. More keys, also fantastic. Game's taking it easy on me right now, let's be honest. Okay, so this is our, okay, let's think about this. Brother Bobby's great. I just killed the Fallen in one single High Priestess. I'm very happy about that. The Brother Bobby's great, but we're gonna see how many rerolls we can get. That's our secret room again. I would rather use the bomb to get to the secret room than lose an additional little bit of health. We're going to see if we can't turn that Brother Bobby into something even better. Now, Dead Cat, I don't think is it. We picked up enough money to make the shop worthwhile again. We may end up fighting greed, but so be it if that happens. But yeah, every reroll opportunity we get is another basically free deal with the devil. If we don't get a killer item... Oh my god, the map is in there. We have map plus compass now. That's so amazing. If we don't get Mom's Knife, if we don't get an amazing item, it's not the end of the world. We're only going to get, like, one reroll chance. Basically, we're gambling Brother Bobby on this. Brother Bobby's an alright item, but to sacrifice an alright item for the potential to get a hugely game-changing item is A-okay by me. I think Cube of Meat may have saved my life there. Let us continue to not die here, even though it's scaring the shit out of me. And I don't need to earn any extra deals with the devil if I can just get a couple of good items, or one really good item, particularly from this one that we already have available to us. So I would love a damage increase as well. You know, if we're going to talk about obvious damage increasers, I mean, Mom's Knife is obviously the one that I want the most. But I would be A-okay, believe you me. That was so bad. I might just use the Sun card right away. We already have Map plus Compass. I should probably save the Sun card. It's like the Sun card is probably going to be most effective as a, well, you know, we might as well clear out these rooms while we're here. There's not going to be another reroll potential anyway. The Sun card is going to be most useful as full health because we already have Map plus Compass, so it can't really do anything for us with respect to those. Nothing there. One more room on our way back down here. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking, but we might as well save it until we're super low, just in case, you know. We haven't gotten an HP upgrade in a little while. So, I'm going to be a little bit more cautious about my health, but apart from that, you know, this miter is a huge pickup for us. And hopefully, we end up being able to make good use of it. That was really scary. That was also really scary. The Sun card also works as kind of a miniature Necronomicon, which is the other reason I'm so tempted to use it right away. Oh god, just kill the fucking conga line. Kill the conga line, man. He's almost dead. Never will your scourge apply to another wedding again. Okay, we leave. And this is the reroll of truth. I definitely, no matter what, I don't want Dead Cat. So this is not a bad reroll. And we get Brother Bobby again. Okay, so, you know, best laid plans of mice and men didn't actually work out very well for us there. But Brother Bobby, still an okay item that I am pleased to get nonetheless. So, we are on Caves Part 2. This is a little bit better from a survivability standpoint. Hopefully we'll be able to replenish our health. One of the reasons we're low, by the way, is not just because of bad dodging, but I also did go to the curse room, and it ended up paying out with absolutely nothing at all. So, not too concerned about where I am right now. I should be more powerful than the enemies we're fighting, which is the most important part. Now, I do worry about these guys to a certain extent. They're really fast, and if they hit me, then I go down to half a heart, and I will have permanent Polaroid invincibility, I guess, after that, but maybe only for one hit. So these guys should not be nearly as fast. I should be able to avoid them more effectively than their eye-full counterparts. Enough keys, and we're going to get a reroll here, so this item room could be a very important room for us. Still could use some items to make us a little bit more powerful, but from a damage standpoint, I'm very, very pleased with where we are right now. Game Kid. So this is going to be a reroll for us. Infestation, I'm going to probably reroll that too. We're going to make our way up to this mini-boss, because you never know. Maybe he'll give me an HP upgrade if he's Gluttony. Maybe he'll give me a Steam Sale if he's Greed. And we'll probably end up taking his item basically at face value, but we'll go to our boss rooms last. Just because they're so far away. We want to maximize our rerolls on the entire floor, not just on the boss room. So, I am very tempted to use the Sun card already, but might be a mistake to use it just now. Probably better off to save it until we lose that last remaining heart and put ourselves in a, or the last remaining full heart, I guess, and put ourselves in a much worse position health-wise, which means that we're going to be using the card more effectively. Because right now there hasn't been really any health that has dropped on this level so far, which is disappointing, but we should be okay for now. More bombs is nice, of course. It's Pride. Pride will drop a tarot card, or Anarchist Cookbook. Sloth is the one that drops Bob's Rotten Head. So, let's see what Pride is going to pay out with here. It is indeed a tarot card. I kind of hope this is a it's Two of Spades. We'll pop it straight away just to get more keys, and so we can hold on to the Sun card. But I was kind of hoping that it would be the Joker, so we could maybe snag a Mom's Knife or something like that. But we kind of desperately need an HP upgrade if we're going to take another deal with the devil. I don't want to go down to 2 red hearts. The exception might be Guppy's Paw, because by way of the Miter, presumably we will be getting more Spirit Hearts than average. Maybe we can make permanent Polaroid invincibility work for us. Tarot cards. Well, we will take one of those and see what we get. It's a Tower. Probably going to stick with the Sun card for now, and we will leave and reroll the tarot cards again, and we can afford to do this because we found the room so early. Now, have not been to the secret room yet. Should check this out. You never know, maybe there's an item in here as well that I want to reroll. Might change everything. Nope, it's actually a better situation for us. We have 7 cents now, and we know that the shop has to not have a mini-boss on this floor. So perhaps we can get an item at half price. We don't have the Steam sale, but every item we bought so far has been full price. So there is the opportunity for a half price item to potentially show up, even though the odds might not necessarily be the best. So we'll take these guys out one at a time. It's the only way I know how until we get Polyphemus piercing shots or a Mom's Knife or a Brimstone. Probably a few other options. You know, I would rather have Ace of Spades than the Polaroid for now. That might change as we move a little bit later on, but for now, I think Polaroid definitely pales in comparison to the potential value of getting the cards that could double our health, double our bombs, double our keys, or get us a deal with the devil, even if we're not at a boss fight. So those could be exceptionally valuable, obviously. And again, zero, correct me if I'm wrong, 0 red heart drops. So this Sun card might end up absolutely saving our lives. And hey, there you go, there's a Joker card straight away. In the room, we end up getting Scapular. I realize I probably should have picked it up, but my thinking is we're probably going to get a deal with the Angel when we beat the boss anyway. Scapular's an item. It's good. I don't like it as much as most people seem to. But my thinking is if we get a reroll, then we can reroll Scapular instead, and maybe that'll be better for us. So there's the ladder. We'll buy the ladder. We'll also shoot the fire. Ladder's not my favorite item in the whole game. I would love to buy this red heart, in all honesty. Ladder's not my favorite item in the game. Would have saved us a bomb there, though, to get 2 bombs. I like it a lot, and especially at half price, I think it'll certainly pay for itself. We don't know how many shops are going to remain without a greed or a mini-boss in them. It could be 0 at this point. Hopefully, we will be able to... Oh, sorry, we have a reroll available. I'm an idiot. I should definitely go back and use this. Well, now, at this point, you know, are we going to be able to get another reroll? We'll have this room. No, we won't. So, I should actually just go fight the boss and then try to figure out the ideal kind of permutation, I guess, for how to do this, because we definitely want to reroll the deal with the Angel Room over the tarot cards. Over the item room, I guess I should say at this point. So yeah, we're definitely not going to get any rerolls left, so this is going to be the moment of truth. It's actually a good thing I didn't go back and use my reroll in all honesty now, because we wouldn't have had enough to get another reroll anyway, so... Smart play by accident, in my opinion, if you don't follow the logic. Maybe that's a good thing, because I could possibly be wrong, and I don't want you to call me on it, so... Let's move over here now. Almost got tagged, but the fact that he's not creating creep is leaving a lot of the map open to me, which is fantastic. We're about halfway through our peep fight here. Could still use a damage bonus. Right now, that's the principal concern of mine, is that we don't really seem to be, you know, cultivating that much extra damage. That was almost extra damage that I took there, unfortunately. And again, and again, and again. But he's going to be dead very shortly. Alright, we did not actually get back to the deal with the Angel. So... I kind of like the crate as an item, especially if the pill is good. Is the pill good? Full health. It's the best. Well, not the best, but very good. Hermit takes us directly to the shop. Sun card's still more valuable. Safety cap or Ace of Spades. I'll go with the Ace of Spades. And we'll do one last reroll opportunity on the tarot cards back here. So now, what was the major mistake on this floor? Should have just picked up the Scapular. But of course, put yourself in my shoes. I have visions of Guardian Angel giving me sweet orbitals, or orbital extra... efficiency, I guess, from them. I had visions of Sacred Heart. I've got visions of the Relic giving me a ton of Spirit Hearts. So, you know, if I knew that we wouldn't get back to the deal with the Angel, I, of course, would have taken... Hey, it's another odd mushroom. It's going to slow us down, but it's going to increase our damage and also increase our health. So this is a damage increase, which is kind of woefully needed right now. But yeah, put yourself in my shoes and you can understand why I didn't pick up the... Scapular. Hopefully. Maybe you can't and you think I'm an idiot, but, you know, that's more of your personal problem than mine, to be honest with you. So, I'm not going to go to the curse room because we have these Spirit Hearts now, and we'll just go down to the next floor with our D6 still in hand. Now I would like a speed upgrade as well. That's the Hermit card, so we don't really want that. And we'll move onwards here. Beautiful. Depths Part 1. And of course we find the curse room right off the bat. So first things first, we should try to get to the item room. I'm planning accordingly to try to get as many potential rerolls as possible. And the item room is the closest one. In fact, we won't even have a reroll by the first time we get there, which is good, because it means that for the rest of the game, we can use every reroll at that one if necessary. And it will be necessary, because Bum Friend is such a shit item. We will go to the shop next, and we'll open up the shop. At this point, I'm assuming we will be fighting greed in there, which is not the end of the world. In fact, it might be a good thing if it gives us enough money to go for sure to the shop on the next floor and pick up whatever item they might have for sale there. Our shop actually contains a key and a Spirit Heart and Notched Axe. Notched Axe is a garbage item, obviously. A lot of empty rooms on this floor so far. So, you know, the shop now becomes a re-rollable option as well, I would say. Because obviously Notched Axe not my favorite item in the game. But I'm going to start with the item room because... Oh, that was kind of close. I'm going to start with the item room because it's free. And we don't have enough money to necessarily buy that 15-cent item on the shop. So, that is Mini Mush Speed plus Range. I'll take it. Makes us a little smaller. I don't know how that affects our hitbox. I don't think it causes us to get an increased rate of fire, but I was just saying I need a speed upgrade. And you know what? I will not reroll Poison Touch either. Consider Poison Touch among the better items in the late game. Maybe not better items, because obviously it pales in comparison to some of the truly game-breaking items. But if you get permanent Polaroid invincibility, and even if you don't sometimes, you can really abuse this extra poison damage to... basically, anytime an enemy hurts you, they risk hurting themselves as well. It's a nice touch. That was, well... bad damage in my opinion, but we did damage to the enemy as well. The fact that we're on the depths part 1 is nice because it means, you know, we're at substantially less risk of death than we would be on Necropolis. It changes the boss pool as well. Obviously, I don't want to fight something like the Mask of Infamy, although with our rate of fire and, you know, Poison Touch, we could probably kill Mask of Infamy fairly easily relative to another run. So, do we use our rerolls on the shop? Yeah, I mean, I guess we kind of have to. We have the secret room up here, which we should go check out. So I'll bomb my way up here. I guess the other thing, it doesn't really work. Due to the placement of the boss room and the order at which, that was really terrible, and the order at which we chose to go to these rooms, or I chose to go to these rooms to take full ownership, I suppose, we're not going to really have many reroll opportunities. Yeah, I'll take that straight away. And we're not going to have many reroll opportunities on the boss room. In fact, I don't think there's any way. Oh, good, we're fighting Greed in here, actually. I don't think there's any way that I could actually get more than one reroll at the boss room at this point. Okay, well, yeah, that's not true. I could bomb my way out of here, go to the shop, fight, and then, you know, go to the other rooms that are still remaining by backtracking. And then if I needed another reroll opportunity, we could just come back in here and fight Greed. I don't think it's the smartest idea, though. You can probably guess by the tone of my voice. But now that we fight Greed in here, it actually changes things much better for us. Because for the better for us, I should say, because now we have 18 cents, we can come down here and potentially reroll something from the shop and pick up some good item instead of the shit items that are already in here. Portable slot doesn't really fit the bill, as one might expect. So let's start making our way up to the boss room, and I guess we will be able to use one reroll on the shop again if we so choose. And I probably will choose, because if there's a blue candle, sure. If there's a... I don't even know what else we can get. We've already gotten so many of the good passive shop items. If we get Blue Candle, it's good. If we get, it's got to be a great active item if I'm going to get rid of, obviously, our, that was terrible. If I'm going to get rid of our D6, which has been so good to us historically. This is the left hand, which I don't really like. You know what? I am going to go to the, curse room here. This is one of the benefits of having the sun, is I feel a little bit less vulnerable than I might normally feel with only 3.5 hearts at this point. We also do have the Miter, so I shouldn't act like we're really super low on health, even though we kind of are in a rough spot. It's mostly... I hate these guys. It's mostly okay because we have the sun. And hopefully we can build some more Spirit Hearts by way of the Miter as the game goes on. There's our reroll. I kind of don't even want to reroll the shop now that I think about it. Like, I'm just not sure what we can get in there. We already have the ladder, the map, and the compass. It would have to be Blue Candle, and I'm almost rather avoid the temptation and just keep the D6 at this point than risk it. We'll probably end up getting Greed in the shop on the next floor, but, you know, shit happens, I guess. Occasionally, there's, like, all stats up in the form of, SMB Superfan in the shop. Is that true? I seem to remember, but maybe that was actually in, like, a library or something in an earlier version of the game. I can't recall, so we're just going to ignore it. We're going to go fight our boss and save our reroll for that. There was also the potential that if one of these rooms only had like a chest on it or something, we wouldn't get a second reroll. Might as well use the world card, even though it does nothing for us. And keep the sun card, which we're effectively going to use as a full health. Alright, so obviously this is one of the ideal rooms for bosses that I could possibly hope to run up against. The fact that we're firing so quickly means the only thing I'm really concerned about is knockback. I mean, as you can see here, we're not doing a whole heck of a lot of damage, and that's the real annoyance here. But if we end up picking up some kind of damage upgrade beyond the Odd Mushroom, which we've already received, then I'll be very pleased because our rate of fire is so high that this does some good stuff for us. So we are about 75% of the way done this fight, I would say. I just wanted to get him kind of back in the center of things. I almost got hit. Oh, I poisoned him, but also hurt myself. That might lower our chances of getting a deal with the devil. Please destroy him before he starts jumping. Good, good, good. End a deal with the devil. I am totally okay picking up that Tears upgrade, but our deals with the devil, I'm going to reroll them. Just I don't like them enough. The mark is the best that I could get, I think. And at this point, 1 heart for the nail, 2 hearts for brimstone. People aren't going to like it, but I think I'm going to get rid of... No, God damn it. It's such a temptation. I want to take brimstone, and I think brimstone would benefit us, but I think it would also anger people, because when I pick it up, you know, brimstone's kind of been kiboshed from the game, as I would say. Would the extra spirit hearts benefit us? Yeah, probably. Is it worth getting rid of the D6? Maybe. We're gonna take the nail. And at this point, I guess maybe it would have been better to go to the shop to maybe see if we can get a 9-volt or a Nun's Habit or something like that. So it's a weird decision. I'm not 100% happy with it, but here we are. So let's make good use of it. We can see absolutely everything on this floor, and I'm looking at it, and I'm seeing that there should be a pretty good opportunity for me to get to the boss trap room, just by way of going into the arcade and playing the blood bank. Maybe we'll snag an HP upgrade as a result of that as well. Maybe wishful thinking, but we don't have the D6 anymore, so we don't have to worry about re-rolling. And with the map and the compass, we don't really have to worry about backtracking that much either. Or, like, accidentally going to the wrong room. I hate this. I hate that we're on Necropolis, and I hate that I took the nail to a certain extent. But it was a decision I made, focusing on health. And, man, we are losing spirit hearts. We'll start by going over here, because our item room is so close. Game's not doing me too many favors with the room spawning so far. These are some tough enemies that we are running into. Can't afford to get myself too trapped in the corner or anything. If only these guys hurt each other, I'd feel a lot better about this. But there we go. Okay, now I really want some more damage. Chariot card we'll just use to basically free up this room immediately. It's not going to kill all of the enemies, but it is going to take care of much of our concern. We only have 1 fistula part remaining. Easy kill. Alright, now, moments of truth. Demon Baby. Good item. Very pleased to have it. I'm going to guess that we're going to run into a greed here, because I really don't see how we're not going to. We haven't run into greed yet, except on a secret room. We haven't run into greed on a shop at all, which is rare, to say the least. Oh, there's a secret... Well, not a secret, but a spirit heart over there that I can get with my ladder, so I'm very pleased to get that. We're in such a weird position from a health standpoint. I'm a little bit concerned, in all honesty, but hopefully we end up improving ourselves as a result of this floor. Where did I put that sun card? It must be back there. I think I just decided, like, you know, we're not in any serious danger right now. We don't need to take all of the upgrades with us right away. We can instead just kind of hang out for a bit. Okay, yeah, both you guys go at once. This is going to be annoying. But as long as, yeah, you end in roughly the same location, easier to hit both of you simultaneously or near simultaneously. There we go. Nail is ready. And we get the blue candle. So having traded 1 heart for the... I should say, having traded 1 red heart container for the nail, I'm probably going to switch to the blue candle, which, to be honest with you, might sound real silly, but I feel a lot more confident having the blue candle than I did having the nail. I think it's going to save us a ton of damage, and we're already going to gain a decent amount of spirit hearts simply by virtue of... oh, if we're going to backtrack this anyway, we don't need to use another bomb. Simply by virtue of having way more killing power. So I'm excited to have it. As you can see, it's tearing these enemies apart a little bit. And between this and Demon Baby, we've gained a lot of offensive potential on this floor. And I'm very happy as a result. So it's a very unusual choice, I'll admit. Let's just take that Eternal Heart as the compensation for the heart that I spent to pick up the nail. And there's another Spirit Heart for us. Now let's start building our winning run. We're going to come in here and we're going to play the Blood Bank before we pick up that Eternal Heart, because that Eternal Heart will be erased once we come through here. Why are you going to the Blood Bank if you are trying to speed through the floor? Well, that's an interesting question. And the answer is there is a boss trap room up here, which I can then use to potentially pick up another upgrade in the form of a range upgrade, which is, you know, sure, I've got it. I mean, there's not much I can do about it now. We're going to have to fight these enemies. Obviously, I was looking for something a little bit more devastating from an offense standpoint, but you know, this is the narrative we've ridden ourselves into, so we got to stick around here now. We are going to be fighting Peep, which is, you know, we're going to see a sharp contrast to our damage now versus the damage that we did to Peep when we fought him just a couple of floors ago. So just by shooting this in, you can see that he is erasing... did I take damage there? I think I got very close. He is basically erasing him, not erasing himself, I guess, but erasing exceptionally quickly. Now, I am going to pick up the Eternal Heart basically straight away. I don't see us losing this amount of health. And we're going to make our way to the boss with the map and the compass. I definitely see positive things in our future, as long as I can play with any reasonable modicum of decency, which is not guaranteed, but is definitely possible. So, just don't get hit by that guy. Every Spirit Heart is basically worth an HP upgrade at this point in the game. Take our Red Heart with us. It's unlikely we're going to get permanent Polaroid invincibility. Unlikely, not impossible. If we take Guppy's Paw from A Deal with the Devil, we could make it possible. And even if this gave us... I would rather have like a proportional amount, or an equivalent amount of Spirit Hearts than the Red Hearts, because the permanent Polaroid invincibility plus Poison Touch gives us huge offensive clout. That was really bad damage for me to take. I thought we could kill him. Got a little too cocky with our damage, or perception of the damage output there. Good. Boss room is right around the corner here. Can probably, if these guys are in the right range, yeah, I can destroy them all in a single blue candle shot, which is... Oh, come on, Demon Baby and Brother Bobby here. Nice familiar selection, too. Two of my favorites, for sure. We'll pick up our bomb that we got rightfully by having that ladder, and we'll go fight the boss, and we still... As of this point, I'm definitely going to abuse the blue candle here, by the way. We still, as of this point, have the Sun card, which, again, is basically like giving us a second chance against one of the later game bosses if we can manage to hold it that long. It's basically, it's a full health kill, let's be honest. There's another HP upgrade for us. No Deal with the Devil. That's okay, though, so that's 2 HP upgrades on this floor. And we take the Polaroid, we get rid of the Ace of Spades, and it's down to the next floor. Now, it's unlikely we'll ever need the Sun card to be a map and compass for us, because we already have the map and compass. If only we could find our way to that boss room a little bit more quickly. But this is good news, believe it or not. The fact that this floor is enormous is great news. We're on Utero XL. So when we get to the bosses, we have no Deal with the Devil opportunities. That's the only bad thing, because on XL floors in Utero, you can't have Deal with the Devil opportunities. But the really good thing is that we're going to be able to really expedite the process of getting to these bosses. Oh my god, how did I get hit in the corner there? Doesn't seem like it should be possible. Yeah, we're going to be able to expedite this whole series of floors, because we're going to be able to do 2 floors for the price of half a floor, essentially. Mind you, this is a large floor, so not every room is going to be as tough as the one that we just went through, though. Some of them are going to be more difficult, actually. Some of them should be easier. I continue to take damage that I'm not very proud of, but 1 blue candle should be able to, yeah, make us much happier campers here. And I'm thinking, if I had to call my odds right now, gotta run quickly, then I'll call my odds. I still took damage. Probably 70% odds of a total victory, 70% odds of being able to take out Blue Baby. My perception of that... Do we know what this pill is? Oh, it's so bad. Let's take it. Okay, we got a range. At least we got something out of it. I need that Sun card for full health. My perception of my odds might change as we get a little bit closer to harder enemies, but for now, I feel pretty good. We might as well start taking pills now at this point, I guess. Friends till the end, sure, that's not bad, at least. Yeah, we'll use a bomb to get to this chest. More Red Hearts, more Spirit Hearts would be awesome. More bombs and more keys. Well, we effectively made 1 whole key on that one. I should be able to avoid taking damage here. I hesitate to say it, because these guys are historically some of my least favorite enemies, but that was relatively easy. Arcade, yeah, you know, we'll use a bomb to get this Red Heart. You never know, maybe there's going to be Spirit Hearts just by accident in there, but the Red Heart could be very valuable as well. Oh, yeah, there we go. We basically paid for it already. Okay, I gotta be a little bit more prudent about my use of the blue candle as a defensive item, because it can really save me from getting hit if I just stop acting like a big dummy about it. Seriously, there we go. Bomb for a key. In this situation, I don't think it's necessarily... I mean, it's worth it, but I don't think it's necessary. Is what I'm, you know, trying to save some time here. We are out of Spirit Hearts. This is more frightening than it should be, but we're going to fight 2 bosses that should probably be relatively easy given the amount of power that we have right now, and then we'll hopefully be able to pick up some Spirit Hearts as a result of this. Anyway, here we go. First boss is going to be the Bloat, which is obviously one of my least favorite enemies to be fighting at all, but at this point in the game, it's too early for me to feel like the Bloat is okay to show up. So, you know, there's not much we can do about it. We're going to have to just, you know, take our lumps. I think we should be able to beat the Bloat without getting hit. So as much as I've complained so far... well, never mind. As much as I've complained so far, it should be a relatively easy boss fight, which doesn't mean that the boss fight's easy. It means that we're pretty powerful right now in comparison to where we might often be at this point of the game. That's more damage that I should not have taken. This is why we have the Sun card. The Tears upgrade there is nice as well. Mom's Heart should be an easy fight. And for once, we actually managed to avoid a laser there. Alright, so now the time is right, I would say. Shoot some candle shots in. That was not an effective use there, but let's try this again. We'll drop a bomb. We'll drop some candles in on top of it. There we go. That's a little bit better damage per cycle there, I would say. So again, you know, the longer I can hold off on using this Sun card, the better life is. There's no question about that. Monstro is dead. Fantastic. And then we'll just crowd control these guys. Oh my god, he lived. And he almost hit me as well. Every piece of damage that we take is actually potentially catastrophic. So, zombies this time. This is not an effective Mom's Heart boss fight so far. Not as effective as I thought it would be. We should use some more bombs, I guess, and then, you know, continuously fire bombs as well as the blue candle. Bombs and the blue candle, of course, my favorite Jane Austen novel. Well, okay, Mom's Heart is invisible and firing bombs, which is incredibly scary. But there we go. I'd say we're about 80% of the way done with this fight. And that's good news for everybody involved, I would say, because up to the Cathedral where things are actually going to get a little bit more exciting. And what is the most important upgrade that we have right now? Apart from Blue Candle, probably the fact that we have Map plus Compass. It's going to save us so much health. And the boss fight is right up close here. Oh, the fact that I used Blue Candle and still took damage from one single shot there is infuriating. Now, we should be able to take one out. Good. And the second one will be soon to follow. Demon Baby, keeping me honest by shooting all the time. Yeah. Oh god, I'm so fast. I stepped on it. So we're probably gonna have to use the Sun card on this Isaac fight. I can't see an out for us that doesn't involve doing that. So if we can just get out of the range of these dickwads. Okay, there we go. If we get out of this room without taking damage, I'm an extremely pleased gentleman at the moment. Wow, okay, it worked. Now, if we can get out of this room without using the Sun card, I would be extremely happy. Apparently, that's all I say in my commentary now, is something, something, if something, 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 then happy camper variation. But I'll be happy just to beat Isaac, and then you never know what can happen with those items on the chest. We have more than enough keys to make the golden chests be good to us, if they have the potential to be. But we don't have the D6 anymore. We sacrificed it in exchange for the nail, which later became the blue candle. In fact, soon after that became the blue candle. Oh, how did that still hit me? That was so... I was watching with bated breath, and I was like, it's just going to fall before it hits us. Oh, well, there we go. So we are going to have to use the Sun card. I just wanted to get in there and poison him first. Then we'll use the Sun card, which also functions as a slight Necronomicon. Now, damage is worth a lot more. So every bit of damage that we take now is substantially more harrowing and greatly lowers my chances of victory. So we can't afford to be taking even as much damage as I have so far on this third phase of Isaac. I can see his health bar in my peripheral vision. You know, we've got a long fight ahead of us here. Long-ish, anyway. Relative, I guess, to the normal Isaac. Oh, God, we can only get hit twice more. We will not get one more permanent Polaroid invincibility, even. So I gotta be... Oh, okay, so one more hit will kill us. Don't die to the angel fetuses. Holy shit, that was very close. At least we've got to get down to the chest and open those chests up and see if we can get the item that allows us to... Or one of the items that allows us to break on through. Mr. Boom is not it. Polyphemus is fantastic. Monstrous Tooth is not it. The Relic is maybe too little too late. This is an important time in our lives here. Sure, Gertie, almost got hit there. Between Polyphemus, the amount of damage we're already doing, our rate of fire, I feel like we beat Gertie, we get some health, and then Bob's your uncle. He's not really. I mean, he actually is. Who doesn't have an Uncle Bob these days, though? Please give me some health. Okay, the Spirit Heart is actually exceptionally valuable. We can get our way to the boss room very, very quickly. Okay, we have to play this. No question. And we can get rid of the Polaroid now if we're not going to get permanent Polaroid invincibility. So we've got to get some Spirit Hearts, got to get some trinkets, and then we decide whether we want to go to the boss room quickly or we want to take our time and maybe, you know, risk something. The tower is not what we need. 9 more cents. There's another tarot card, Justice. So Justice is a little extra health in the form of a Spirit Heart in this situation. It's a weird situation for us, and it's not necessarily good. Please, just a few more spirit hearts would make it so much more feasible for me to win this. The Fool. That teleports us back to the spawn room. 5 more cents. This is a moment of truth. Gambling has saved me before, and it could save me here. Maggie's Faith doesn't do anything for us. The Polaroid doesn't either, because as of right now, we're not going to be able to get permanent Polaroid invincibility. Is that 2 tower cards? Fool? Tower? Yeah, what's the bottom one, though? Tower. Stars. Okay, stars is the item room or the secret room. One of which would be a teleport, one of which would take us to where we already are. Okay, and the final tarot card is the Hanged Man. Okay, so we're going to blow this up, and, whoa, oh my god. Blowing up the fortune teller gave us raw liver, which gave us full health. And I guess we'll take the Hanged Man with us. That might have just saved our run. In all honesty, the fact that we got the... I forgot that, on the chest, you always get an item when you blow up fortune tellers and slot machines. And that raw liver item, you know, get carried, essentially. That was incredibly good luck. So much for my 70% odds. I now think we have very, very good odds of winning this run overall. We just need to get to the boss room, which is only 1 more room away. So as long as it's not the worst room in existence, I feel like our chances are pretty good. Pretty good. Okay, Death. You are dead. That was probably the worst dialogue I could have ever written. And we got 2 Gertie Juniors. I've got Polyphemus, though. We're going to take some damage. There's no way around it. Even if I take 2 hits, even if I go into this fight exclusively running on red hearts. At least we tried, right? And we still have a decent shot at it. There's another spirit heart that actually dropped as a result of one of these dudes dying. So I think we're going to win here. I'm not... Oh, God. I'm not necessarily just going to try to tank the fight. I don't think that's a smart idea. But let's do this. We'll see if it happens. Pop the Hanged Man immediately. Start firing. Okay, bad start. Our 1 cube of meat orbital is not doing shit for us right now. It's okay, though. Proportionally, we're doing fine right now. Now, if we can actually get some dodges in here, that would be even better. That knocked us off center with that blue candle shot, which might be more of a story, more of a factor than I initially anticipate. Alright, that's more damage, and exactly the same thing just happened. Taken 4 hits so far, 5 hits. Went in and poisoned him, though, which is a bonus. He's now about half dead, I'm about half dead. And, you know, coincidentally, I would put our odds here at about 50-50, so... Every time I get hit, I've got to run in there. I've got to run in there and do damage. Got to poison him. Just don't get hit twice, so that could ruin your run. Okay, we're down to 2 hearts. I think we're going to lose this. I'm not saying that to be defeatist. I'm saying that to be realistic. Get out of there, get out of there. No permanent Polaroid invincibility is such a piss-off here. I really thought we could do it there. Game tried to carry me, so it's obvious with 2 hearts we wouldn't have had a chance. But anyway, that was a good run. We got to Blue Baby and very nearly beat him again for the 3rd time in a row. I'm loving Isaac more than ever. As always, I hope you guys are loving it too. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the episode, and I'll see you next time.